morning. It is Thursday, March 7th, and if you did not attend it, you can watch it again. Yesterday, we had a great Zoom session, about 3 hours long with folks. It's interactive. It's for the paid newsletter subscribers. It's an added benefit. Went so well. Again, it's Zoom, so you can turn on your camera. You can talk to me. You can do whatever the hell you want. If you're annoying, I'll mute you, but everybody's respectful. It's for paid subscribers, so it's not disruptive. Everybody's there to really look at charts. So if you want to replay it, by the way, it is here. You just go here. I posted the full video down at the end along with some charts that we went over. So for paid newsletter subscribers, you don't need to be a paid newsletter subscriber. The majority of these newsletters I write for free. dailystockpick.substack.com. If any of the links that you want, you don't remember, they're here on the link tree, linktr. It's down below in the video, tr.ee/dailystockpick. You can find all of the links here. There's TrendSpider. You're going to see the charts that I go over. There is Seeking Alpha Premium, $50 off. There's Alpha Picks, which we'll go over. Webull. Everything that you need is on this page, on this link tree. So I'm going to do a video or a podcast about going over everything that I do. Maybe it'll be 10 minutes long, but where do we wind up on the Qs? We wound up a little bit up here in pre-market. We are, up about 0.43. Looks like it's going to be an up day. TrendSpider listen, TrendSpider said, hey, Monday and Tuesday for all of this year has been down. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you're up. Kind of going about the same business as it has been for a while. But there's breaking news. There is a man on the run. I want your help finding him.
Tonight, frightening moments caught on a Ring doorbell video camera. A safety warning. The police need your help identifying this man after he was caught on camera knocking on a door. Tonight, frightening moments.
We need help finding him. We need help finding this man. This man, he's been giving bad stock advice for years. Millionaire investors actually just ignore him. But he's knocking on people's doors now, telling them that, join the investing club, douchebag. Breaking news. Again, big dip. This is the chart that they said, hey, SPY, Monday, Tuesday, you get the dip. Big recovery on Wednesday. We got that. Big recovery on Thursday and Friday. Buy the dip. Again, I have my notes. Live sessions yesterday was a success. I do this. I'm going to do it from time to time. What I'm going to do, by the way, for the live session, don't think I'm going to do it in the morning. The live trading, it's hard to live trade because there's never an assurance that we're going to get an A+ setup. And I hate forcing trades. Yesterday, I forced a couple of trades. Lost $100, not big. I was right on Palantir. I said Palantir was going to trade between 25 and 27. That's what I'm better at. I'm better at swing trades. I hate watching charts. Day trading, you need to watch charts. You need to understand it. But we went over confirmation. We went over how to trade, looking at the MACD from 5-minute charts to a weekly chart, having the charts up on your screen. Went over everything. So if you want paid newsletter, again, I'm going to raise the price probably in the next couple of days. So lock in your price now. Lock it in. You're going to renew on that price. Whichever monthly, you can lock it in at $20. Yearly, I think I'm at $139. I'm going to go up. So I'm going to go up in the next couple of days because the Zoom session was such a success for folks. So lock in your price. Alpha Picks, they went over the portfolio review. They had a meeting yesterday, a 4 p.m. Webinar. I did not get to attend. I have heard there was some fantastic discussion on SMCI, on Modine Manufacturing, on MI Homes, on Powell Industries, on Uber, on Abercrombie & Finch. There was a fantastic discussion on these things. I did not get to attend. I will try and watch that one. But if you're an Alpha Pick member, watch for an email. If you didn't attend, I'd suggest going and watching it. If you are invested in any of these names, even Twilio, even Cardinal Health, some of the more recent picks, I would suggest you attend. One of the things that I wanted to do was take a look at, and this chart, this is Seeking Alpha, and you can do this for free on Seeking Alpha. I mean, this doesn't take a premium membership to do, I don't think. Maybe it does, but again, for $189 a year, this is where I want to find opportunities. And what I wanted to do is look at a chart of IWM versus SPY versus the Dow, DIA, versus the Qs. And then I took XLG, which is the S&P top 50. And what I wanted to look at was, okay, we've been going pretty well over like the last week or so, where some things have been down, some things have been up. And where are we? Because, short term makes sense that we might have a catch up from the small to medium size businesses. IWM, you're hearing about the Magnificent Seven not being the Magnificent Seven anymore. So, yeah, there's your 5-day look. IWM is down 0.34. SPY is down 0.59. Dow is down 1%. The Qs are down 1.53. XLG is in the middle at 1.21 between the Dow and the Qs. So 1 month, this switches around. IWM is by far the leader, almost doubling the SPY. Dow completely flat. That's being taken down by Apple. Apple is such a big weighting in the Dow. The Qs, they're up 2.62. XLG, top 50 of the S&P, up 2.69. IWM again up 5.95. So over the last month, IWM has played a catch-up. Now, when we go to 6 months, and this is where your timing matters. Over 6 months, IWM's only up 10%. And I say only. That is a fantastic return for 6 months. SPY is up 14%. Your Dow's up 12%. Qs are up 17%. XLG, the top 50, they're up 16. Again, it's driven by tech. It's driven by those big names. Year to date, this is where it tells the story. You're being driven up by the S&P 50. The big cap. You're being driven up by tech. The Qs. You're being driven up by SPY. IWM is still lagging. So my point being, keep an eye on IWM. While it's up almost double SPY in 1 month, keep an eye on it, because if we broaden this out for the year to date and IWM starts to play catch up to these others, meanwhile these others, continue just kind of flat, it's probably not a bad trade. Again, I'll post this chart in the newsletter for free so you can take a look at it. The reason I'm bringing up IWM, a lot of people have been posting these types of charts with the Wyckoff accumulation, where you have, this is a weekly of IWM. You could start to see this take off. That's essentially what this is saying. See that last leg? You could start to see this take off. Interesting chart from TrendSpider there. We were on the live yesterday, and New York Bank went crazy. There was a question, should I invest in New York Bank? My answer is absolutely not. New York Bank got it was nuts yesterday. During the day, it halted. I said, do not invest in this one because it's dangerous. You've got some downside. What I want to do is take a look at a 5-minute chart from yesterday's trade. And I don't care about pre-market because we got asked about it in pre-market. But I want to take a look at it during where we were. These are arrows that I drew in yesterday. And I said I'd be a little bit concerned on the 5-minute chart because we're seeing a downtrend. If we saw some divergence, maybe the RSI started to pick up. Maybe the MACD was going up while the price was going down. If we saw some divergence, that might be an opportunity. It wasn't an opportunity. It just tanked. Basically, they announced that they were looking. There was a Wall Street Journal report that they were looking for capital, and that brought the stock from $3 all the way down to $1.70. It cut by 40%. It was an enormous drop. All of a sudden, it was halted. It was halted at $1.70. So if you timed this, even if you bought it at 3 yesterday and you timed it, and then this news came out at 2:30, New York Community Bank Corp gets $1 billion investment from Mnuchin-led investor group. This is all kinds of crazy. It's all kind of manipulation. It's all kind of nuts. These guys put $1 billion into this company at a valuation of $2 a share. Why it's at 3.49, I have $3.49 right now. I have no idea. It's going up $3.50. I still would not invest in this bank. This doesn't mean that they're out of trouble. Just means they've got an infusion of cash. I don't want you to put money in this bank yet. I don't want you to put money in DPST yet. I don't exactly 100% know that everything's safe. So, but the point is, we're at $1.70. If you time this at $2, you could have gotten this when it opened back up at $4.40, doubling your money in 30 minutes. That's what this crazy stuff does. If you traded on news and you read the article in the Wall Street Journal that supposedly there's a bank, money being poured into this, you did pretty well. It's a good thing. But you can read this article in Seeking Alpha if you want more information. I just would not do it. Dexcom, and I missed this one, but Dexcom glucose monitor for over-the-counter use. It was it's a positive for Dexcom. Dexcom beat Apple to the punch. Doesn't mean they're going to win, but Dexcom beat the Apple to the punch with the first glucose monitoring for Bluetooth. It soared, and it's at $133. I still maintain this $120 price. You'll see this $120 price right here, that yellow line that you see. That's where I want you to trade this. That's where it constantly rejects down off of. We're getting a double top potentially here at about 138, 139. In pre-market, you're at 135. Potential double top, it will come down. And I want you to buy this under $120. If you own this one and you got into it, even though I wasn't suggesting into it, my dad still got half his money into it, we're going to get out of it. Because I want to sell at this price and I want to get back in when it dips under. That's the way to play this one particularly. It's not a bad stock. It's a great stock. Dexcom is a great, as far as Wall Street goes, it's a strong buy. Quant as is, hold. The only problem is the valuation. If we go to where Wall Street wants it, it's still got 9% upside to a 146 price target. The high is 170. The low is 105. Now look at how it trades. You're going up. That price target is going up. It's a good company. The valuation is a little bit stretched. I say a little bit, probably a lot. It's PE 88, median sector 18, forward PE 76, median sector 19. So that's where you've got an issue with it. I do think that 120 price is a good way to trade that one. Novo Nordisk. The stock jumped as oral obesity drug showed promise. Again, it's a GLP-1 AI market here. This is up 5% in pre-market. If you want it, you're at pretty much 52-week highs at 131. It's all-time highs. Again, the valuation is what's crazy. But if they get a drug to market, the PE is only 46. That's not nuts. Because if you look at Lilly, the PE on Lilly is 123. So Novo Nordisk, not a bad one if you want to get into the GLP portion. Sherry, shout out to Sherry. Hopefully you're gonna listen or you're listening here. Honest Company, HNST. This is I think it's Jessica Alba is in this one, but it jumped 25%. 25% after reporting a Q4 profit. You can see on the chart here in Seeking Alpha, this solid. Since November, this was $1.23 in November. It's now a $4 stock. I don't think that you should get into it, but listen, ELF or this one, I'd pick ELF all day. If we just go let's do peers. So this is part of Seeking Alpha Premium. We can edit this symbol. And what I want to do is look at ELF versus Honest. And maybe we'll throw Ulta into here because I do own Ulta as well. Now, these not quite apples to apples comparison because, it is what it is. But I do think Honest, ELF, and Ulta, you can say market cap. Honest, super small. Elf, pretty big, medium size. Alta, it's a large cap. I mean, that's $26 billion. Employees, 35,000 at Alta, 339 at Elf, 198 at Honest. If we're going to look at total return because I think some of these have dividends, if I'm not mistaken. Look at Elf over 1 year, up 189%. Now, when you look, Honest, quant rating has it as buy. Elf, hold. Alta, hold. The valuation on Elf is what's dinging it. Everything else on Elf is solid. Everything else on Alta, except for growth, is solid. You've got your trading wise, your price to 52-week high. You're only 2% off on Alta. You're 6% off on Elf. You're 13% off your 52-week high in Honest. Price versus 52-week low, you're way above that for everything. Dividends, there is no dividend. So, looking at that. Valuation, look at the valuation. Price gap, here's the PE forward. PE forward, they don't give forward guidance on Honest, but it looks like 96 on Elf, 21 on Alta. You've got to look at these things and compare them to each other. The balance sheet, the cash flow statement. This is how you do it. And you can even do a chart here. You can look at this stuff in chart. So Seeking Alpha, again, Honest company, up 25% after its thing. Amazon, Supermicro, and Goodman Group among largest buys by notional. UBS published a list of largest stocks by notional. I don't even know what that is. I have no idea what that is. But Amazon had a share increase of 1.39 billion of estimated notional trade with 7.81. I mean, I have to Google what this is. It's a good article. I think it's telling you that, hey, there's some bullishness in these names. Magnolia Oil and Gas, great company. NVIDIA, great company. Microsoft, great company. Box, MicroStrategy with Bitcoin. I mean, again, good stuff. Good stuff. But yeah, take a look at this one. It comes up in my Seeking Alpha stuff because Supermicro. Do not fall asleep on Intel. Do not fall asleep on Intel. Intel could get $3.5 billion grant on chips. If we take a look at Intel here, I bought right before earnings. We're making our way back. It's going to recover. The earnings weren't that bad that it deserved that enormous pullback. It pulled back to the 200-day. You're using the 200-day as your support. The MACD, right on the oscillator. Do not fall asleep. This one's going to come back and cover this gap to 48. You're trading at 45 right now. It's up 2%. So do not fall asleep on Intel. It is part of the chips. They're making their fabs. They're going to be the American manufacturer of chips. So do not fall asleep on Intel. One other one that I want you to not fall asleep on in CrowdStrike. This is an analyst recommendation. And he's got it with a buy. Wall Street says CrowdStrike's a strong buy. Seeking Alpha analysts say CrowdStrike's a hold. I want you to listen to Wall Street. I want you to listen to Shane Boulard. Average price target, 377. You're trading at 329. What I want to point out with CrowdStrike is yesterday's action. Because yesterday we opened up yesterday's trading at $360. The high went to $365. This went to $380 in pre-market. What I want to show you is the 5-minute chart on this. Because yes, it was way up yesterday. Yes, we gapped up. We started to cover this gap back. Now, you're starting to get some confirmation where it's above this 9-day. In my mind, I think you buy it here. I'm going to buy it probably today around $330, $330. I'm just going to buy it. I sold this for around $250 at the end of the year. I never got back in. I should have gotten back in at $265. If you're holding this, great. If you want to add to this, I don't think it's crazy. CrowdStrike threw some shade on Palo Alto Networks during their earnings, and they said there is no slowdown in spending. Palo Alto said there was some fatigue on cybersecurity spending, and that was the reason for their loss of earnings. No, we've broken the 200-day. Even back here, I think you're coming back to this shelf at about 267, 268. Right now it's trading at 278. I think Nancy Pelosi, get in under 300. The Pelosi pump is back. I think this one will be fine long term. Nancy Pelosi bought January of 2025 calls on this. I think you'll be fine over the year. But for right now, I want to get into CrowdStrike. I think that one is the grower that we'll start to see. It will go back to 360. That's my point on this one. It will go back to 360. So I want you to look at that one. Let's look at some earnings. There's some earnings today after the bell, and some that I really like and some that may not be great. Broadcom. This is a chip company. I think they're going to blow it out of the water. The problem is when you go over here to Seeking Alpha and you look at Broadcom. This is just the coupon, by the way. But if we look at Broadcom here on AVGO, I think its valuation has gotten away from it. Now, Monday, March 4th, strong buy. Doesn't mean that this one's not going to rip and roar. You can read this Q1 earnings article. The valuation is where I get a little bit, and I hate valuing this company. But the reality of a 31, 28, the PE, it's ranked 11 out of 65 in their industry. Number one is Taiwan Semi. I mean, Taiwan Semi is the one to go with in my mind, even though the valuation is a little bit crazy. It's a C-. So Broadcom has to blow it away. I think it'll be fine. I don't know that you're going to see a $130 increase in this one, a 10% increase. You're up 1.93% in pre-market to 1376. Your 52-week high is 1438. If we go over to Wall Street, the price target is 1258. You've got 34 analysts covering it. 8 say hold, 6 say buy, 20 say strong buy. Your high is 1550. You could get up there. Your average is 1258, so you're 6% above that. Look at how this trades, and it hugs it. Very rarely does it go over it, and it's over it right now. And that's where it concerns me. It's over it right now. That's the only thing that concerns me on this one. Costco. This is a podcast favorite. They have a new CEO that's going to, I think this may be his second earnings that he's going to do. Costco, average price target from Wall Street, 709. You're 8% above that. The valuation is what's crazy. They could announce a member raise. And I say this every earnings. But with inflation, with margins, with things of that sort, they could announce a member raise. That would boost this to an $800 stock. I mean, if you look at the 52-week range on this one, the 52-week high is 775. You're trading at 773. In pre-market, you're up 1% at 781. You're going to open up at a 52-week high. So that's the problem, is you're paying for all of this. Marvell, same situation. Same situation where the valuation and you're paying for this. It's up 0.77. If we go over to the Wall Street analyst and we look at this, you're 7% above the price target. Now your 52-week range, you're opening up at about $82 a share. Your 52-week range, $82.51. So again, these guys have to blow it away, and it doesn't mean that they won't. But it's going to be hard to continue to do that. One that is compelling to me is MongoDB. And MongoDB has seen a pullback. It's trading at 409. Its 52-week high is 509. The valuation is absolutely crazy. Absolutely. I mean, look at this valuation. If we go over here, the PE is 135. The sector median is 23. The PE gap forward is 140. The sector median is 25. If we go and look at top internet security, the MongoDB internet services, it's number 6. Not horrible. Crescendo is number 1. Okta is number 2, which just blew it away. So I do think that MongoDB poses an opportunity. If we go to Wall Street and we look at this, this is where it gets interesting. is the average price target is 471. 471. Look at how it trades to its price target, and then it comes down. It's down pretty far away from it. I mean, you're trading at 409. You're up 0.24. You're trading at 410 in pre-market. Now, over 34 analysts over the last 90 days, 16 of them have it as a strong buy. 9 as a buy, 8 as a hold, 1 has it as a strong sell. If we go over here and we look at some of the Seeking Alpha analysts, the most recent one, MongoDB, this growing company tends to surprise the market. That's February 22nd. That's a while ago. So, I mean, again, this is a database company. I think it's interesting. If you know anything about databases, this one might be one that you could look at to play. One that I actually own is DocuSign. The results on deck, what to expect. Over the last 2 years, DocuSign has beaten earnings per share estimates 88% of the time and has beaten revenue 100% of the time. Citi says Docu faces a mixed set of the company sees increased competition and web traffic declines as it prepares to release its fourth quarter results. Though growth inputs remain strong, we believe near-term numbers look achievable with more upside potential on margins post a third restructuring. So they're cut. This is a strong buy in the quant. I bought it 62, 60, somewhere in that neighborhood. Analyst breakdowns, 3 strong buys. 16 have it as a hold. Most of Wall Street says hold. The average price target, $60. $60. So you're 14% below that price target. But look at the price target being taken down over the past couple of years. Is it due for another downgrade? I don't know. I'm holding, and the reason I'm holding this one, the valuation is nuts on this, by the way. Look at this. The valuation, PE 206. PE 206. 206. If we look at Docu here on FinViz, I want to see the insiders. PE 210, forward PE 18. Year to date, you're down 11%. 52-week range doesn't matter. Upgrade, Morgan Stanley upgraded it with a $64 price target in January. So does this see upside? Well, look, March, sale, $413,000 worth. In February, the CEO selling $5-6 million at 61. Maybe he thinks in January and December, hey, 61's about the top that we're going to get to. Well, you're trading at what, $50 right now, $52. So that's why I think it's potential. It's a potential. I don't think that it's a great one. It does have weakness. If we go over here and look at Docu over on TrendSpider, it's been capitulated. It capitulated up here, and that's why I said I'm willing to put up with this. It's capitulating here. I mean, it's just capitulating between 50 and 55. That's where it's been. Doesn't have super strength. The MACD isn't telling us, oh my God, this thing's soaring. The RSI is right at 49.44. You can't get more, hey, let's flip a coin and see what earnings will do on this. The 50 days moving negative. You could have a death cross is if they come back and they say, hey, we're not doing as well. We don't see a forecast, blah, blah, blah. Nobody's going to buy us because our valuation. That's the chance I'm taking. Do I think it's coming back here to 39? No. Do I think it's probably going to 60? I think so. I'm willing to hold it out. It's not a huge position, couple $1,000. I think I bought, it's at like $6,000 because I think I bought 100 shares at $60. So it's around there. Disembodiment on Reddit asked, was pretty bullish on Powell. Now I'm wondering if I should buy the dip or sell while I'm ahead. Thoughts on Powell? POWL. This is an electric company. This is one from AlphaPix. It's turned over. And an algorithm will probably get you out if we seek some continued weakness at 162. This is one that in January, just in January, this isn't like last year in October. This is January before their last earnings. They were trading at 78, and it's at 161. If you are in this at 78 and you're wondering if you've got any room, the volume shelf here is at 153. I'd get out. If we pass this one, you're looking at probably coming down to 125. If we just bring this back, what I really want to do is after earnings, let's see where everybody's holding it after earnings. Everybody's holding it here at 120. You've got a volume shelf between 150 and 154, where if you break that, look out below. I mean, look out below. That's the MACD soaring down. The RSI 47 could go lower, but POWL, it is an alpha pick. It is still a strong buy in the quant. Come on. It says I'm looking for pool. I'm not looking for pool. Oh, it moved to a hold. Probably based on valuation. Yeah, moved to a hold on valuation. Q3 earnings beats. That's February 20th. I mean, everything's still an A on this one. If we look at the Wall Street analyst and we look at this one, one per analyst covered it. So nobody covers this one. The price target 104. So you have 35% downside. I'd say, hey, look at that price target. I mean, it typically trades within that price target. Did it get a pump? Absolutely. I'd probably be taking my profits. Honest to God, I'd be taking my profits. This is one that I was looking at taking and investing in because it has been one of those alpha picks that is outperformed. I don't like this chart. It was on my list to look at. Honest to God, I'd take, if you're in here at about 118, 119, take your profits because you could always buy back in later. The valuation right now, a little bit crazy, a little bit nuts. Let's see, the PE 26, forward PE is 21, so it's not crazy, but again, the sector median, it doesn't trade all that high. It is what it is for you. Let's see, market cap 1.9 billion. Yeah, I'd probably be taking profits, to be honest with you. I'm chicken when it comes to stuff like this. This has been popped June 22. Nobody covers this stock. Let's see insiders. Anybody selling? February, everybody's selling at 174, and they're selling in big lots. I mean, $1 million from Thomas Powell. That's the 10% owner. This dude probably started the fucking company. I mean, he's cashing out at 149, 180. He sold 728,000 at 187. Stock today is trading at 162. He's happy. So I'd probably take the profits, to be honest with you. I hate that it's an alpha pick stock, and I should probably say hold on. I just think you could probably buy back in at 120 or 140. Let's see, Melissa, Hershey stock with cocoa supply, immature cocoa trees. It appears we're looking at 5-year low for the supply. How do you predict Hershey's will fall? Hershey's has been just a horrible stock. It's been falling. Here to PE's 21. I mean, the PE's not out of control. The PE was out of control when you were at 270. Average price target is 211. You're trading at 192. Has it fallen enough? I don't know. You're only 7% above your 52-week low. Morgan Stanley downgraded February 12th with a 183 price target. You're trading at 192. I mean, the most recent price target, 183. Citigroup initiated coverage with a $213 dollar price target in February 1st. So $235 price target from Bernstein. Who knows? Let's take a look at it over here in Seeking Alpha. Let's see what the quant and stuff says. Hershey's, it says hold. Let's look at price target 210. You got 9% upside. But look at how it hugs that. The good news is, here's where I'd throw some caution. See how it's all going up? The price target started to get raised. Then you started to get the price target just decimated. I'd be a little bit concerned that the price target has more room to go down versus the price coming up. That's where I would be on this one. Let's see what analysts say. Yeah, buy Hershey's Q4 and full year results. Highlight solid growth despite a tough macro environment. This is not my cup of tea. I mean, I love hot chocolate. Your boy is a big hot chocolate fan. 192. This doesn't pose like, oh my God, it's got super strength. This If we go back to a weekly on this one, I think it was pumped up, and you're using the 200-day. This doesn't tell me that it's getting back to 260. Look at this one when the world was shut down here in February of 2020. The stock was trading at 160, 165. I mean, what makes you think that the with all of the inflation and everything that we've had, that this company isn't going to come down to 165? I mean, Melissa, again, this isn't NVIDIA. It's not an AI, a GLP-1. In fact, with GLP-1, this one could get hurt. So that's where I would be with that one. Trenton wants me to look at IBEX and Open Door. In fact, I just got an offer from Open Door on my house. The Carvana and buying the Tesla got me into selling my house on the internet, and I got pretty good offer from them, and they just want a video walkthrough. It kind of makes it easy, to be honest with you. IBEX, this one looks weak. I mean, I don't know what they do, but let's see. That chart doesn't inspire me to get into this. It doesn't say, oh my God, I've got to get into this. IBEX is a... Oh, come on. What's it doing here? IBEX Limited. I think I knew about this one. IBEX is at high risk of performing badly. Industrial. An industrial that's performing badly? I mean, God. How can you pick the worst industrial? Industrials have been on a tear. Look at the insiders. Project outsourcing company. Yeah, technology. No. I'm not even going to look at it. It's not worth it. Open Door. This is one that I think it came with a SPAC. Is it $2.95? I like the company's mission. I like the company. I don't like the stock. It's not making money. They're losing $275 million. Cash on hand, they have about $1.2 billion. They'll be fine. They're not going to dilute you. I just don't. I mean, again, it came about with a SPAC. I believe it came about with a SPAC. Let me look real quick. The way you know if it came with a SPAC is just to look at the weekly, and just to go back to see if it's at $10, because that's where every SPAC opens up. If it's at $10, then yeah, it was a SPAC. And I do believe, well, maybe it wasn't a SPAC. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. It looks like it came. I think this might have been a Chamath thing. I mean, again, it doesn't inspire me to say, oh my God, I've got to get into it. I mean, Trenton, what inspires you to get into this? If you're trading it, trade it. But as an investment, doesn't buy BLDR. If you want to get into real estate, buy BLDR. Bible wants me to look at MLM. Is this a multi-level marketing deal? Martin Marietta. Solid company as far as the materials go. Valuation's a little bit high. Again, nothing inspires me about this. The stock price looks pretty good. From a chart perspective, MLM. Materials, I've got Cleveland Cliffs in the core portfolio. Trade around Cleveland Cliffs. I'm much more familiar with that stock price. I don't know Martin Marietta. I mean, it's a materials company. The stock looks good. If you got in here at $4.98 back in January, you're doing great. I mean, again, materials, the volume's ticking higher. The MACD's super high. The RSI, you're overbought at 82. If you like it, you like it. I can't. Other than that, I can't tell you anything about it. Dendrobium Queen. Morning, Gary. I opened up a Roth IRA and didn't realize I should have been buying stocks. What are some stocks to hold in it? I'm 56 years old. I'm glad you asked, because we can go over here to Savvy Trader. And what I want you to do, Queen, is to go to Savvy Trader, SAVVYTRADER.com/daily stock pick, or go to my link tree and you go down here, Savvy Trader, follow my trades for free. And it is free. And what you can do is you can take a look at the core portfolio. Sign up for the core portfolio. And the reason is this is 34 names. Pick whatever names you want. do a little research. Nobody's going to tell you what to invest in with a Roth IRA. But what I want you to do is do a little research. At the very least, you buy QQQ. At the very least, you buy VOO. At the very least, you buy XLK. At the very least, you buy XLY. At the very least, you buy SMCI or NVIDIA. Either one. I'd probably pick NVIDIA, to be honest with you, over SMCI, just because I'm 100% sure of the long-term tenure of NVIDIA. SMCI, it's a little bit. At the very least, my ass would be buying Apple at 169. Again, these are 34 names that you can pick and you can take and you can trade around, you can invest in, you can do whatever you want. United Health, I'd be a little bit cautious of that one with the current stuff going on. Crowdstrike is one that's not in here. Maybe you want to invest in that one. But what you want to do in a Roth particularly is you want to take some risk. And the reason you want to take some risk in a Roth is because it is tax-free. So at 59 and a half, you've only got 3.5 years if you're 56 to start growing this. And then you can take out everything tax-free. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is maximize your Roth. You want to leave it in there as long as possible. And the reason you want to leave it in there as long as possible is because that compounding is a strong, strong momentum. But yes, you should absolutely be in Shopify under 7, under 80, grab it. Uber under 80, grab it. It's at 78.62. Occidental Energy, I probably wouldn't follow Buffett into this one. I don't know what the hell that stock's doing. Meta under 500, grab it. Palantir 26, I think it'll be down at $25, $30 stock at some point. Yes, it's expensive. Taiwan Semi, we just showed you. The valuation is nuts. Qualcomm, great chip company, probably $180 stock. Roblox under $40, grab it. MPLX 9% dividend. It's a $40 stock. I think you're probably going to have it dip back down on energy weakness, but they give you a 9% dividend every quarter. Or every year. It's 9% a year. Coke, it's been floundering around 60. Boeing, broken company, but it's in here. I still like it. Amazon under 180, grab it. Google at 135, still questionable about the management. Disney at 110, wait for it to under 100. PanW, we talked about PanW. I don't think it's a bad long-term play. But they did say they cited weakness. You got to figure out if the management's lying about that and everybody's going over to CrowdStrike, or if PanW actually has some fatigue because they're the largest cybersecurity one. Maybe they're losing out to number 2, which is CrowdStrike, and CrowdStrike's taking their business. So that's what you got to do. But I would absolutely go to Savvy Trader, subscribe to this core portfolio. This way, when I take stocks in and out, you'll get an email. And I don't do it often. I mean, we can take a look at the history here. I don't do it often at all. I sold 100 shares of Devon. What I do, this is an equal weighted portfolio. And what that is, for anybody that doesn't know, is I buy 100 shares when I put something into the core portfolio. And I take it when I sell all 100 shares. So when you look at the allocation, this is the size of everything in this portfolio. When you look at the allocation, the gain, if we look at all, the gain on SMCI has been crazy. The gain on NVIDIA has been crazy. Eli Lilly, crazy good valuation. Costco, crazy good. Some of these that like Apple, I'm down 8.7% on that one, but it was such an expensive stock to buy at like 170, 180 something. It costs money. So you can take a look at the history, but an equal weighted portfolio just means everything is equal weight, meaning that, I bought 100 shares of each. It's not officially equal weight because equal weight means, hey, if you have, $1 of this, it's going to be $1 of that, but it's equal weight based on the number of shares. If you look, I bought this at all-time highs back in June. If we look at year to date, this equal weighted portfolio is up 22%. The Nasdaq's up 7%. So this equal weighted portfolio of just 100 shares of each stock, not bad. If you want to buy one share of each stock in your Roth IRA, go ahead and do it. I don't think it costs you. It probably costs you just a couple $1,000. It's not much. Maybe about $5,000-6,000. So if you want to buy one of each, go ahead. I'd be a little bit more discerning than that based on the current thing. But again, I'm an active trader. If you don't want to be an active trader, but Savvy Trader is one that I would look at. Scans. We can take a look at some of the scans. First one, Palantir. I said yesterday this one will trade between 25 and 27. It absolutely did yesterday. Yesterday's 5-minute candles, you can see it's down here. The MACD isn't crazy. So is this one going back to 29? Probably. I mean, 29 or 30. It's at 27 right now, 27.12. It closed at 26.15. It's up 3%. It's a little bit overbought on the RSI, but the MACD is not crazy. This one was at 25, and it's just taking another leg higher. Walmart, another core portfolio stock, got a cross up. I mean, this is just the stock that keeps on going up. It just keeps on going up. Walmart and Costco are the two largest retailers that are just taking a ton of share. Shell, LNG, liquid natural gas. This is Cheniere Energy. This is an exporter of liquid natural gas. Have we hit the bottom here at 156? Are we going back to 170? Liquid natural gas is just tough. I've said it before. This 151 right here, buy it under 150, sell it over 150. I think it might be using that as support. You had this death cross. Things haven't turned around. I wouldn't get into this one in particular, but it is what it is. We had a cross up here on CrowdStrike. And this is why I want to show it to you. We're at 332, up about 1% in pre-market. 329, I'm going to try and get it at 329 today. I'm probably going to put in that order. I think their earnings were good enough. I really do. Their forward guidance was good. Applied Materials, AMAT. This is a company that the stock chart looks good. Again, it looks really, really good. If you bought here in January at 150, you're at 212 right now. Solid company. Pfizer, I will put this in the newsletter. I took Pfizer out of the core portfolio. I sold out around 40. I don't want you to think that this one's yesterday's pump with the cross up is the start of this one going back to 40. The reason this one got a pump yesterday is it was included in the Schwab dividend funds. So any of the Schwab funds that had huge dividends that are dividend payers, they started to buy PFE. That's why you saw it go up. I still think it's a broken company. I don't understand why what's actually happening with it. So I got out of it. Sold out of it, missed the pump, probably should have waited a day. Oh well. I reinvested in Nvidia. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with taking my Pfizer money and putting it in there. AbbVie, this is one that was a pandemic favorite. It's still been a solid stock. I mean, 138 and you're at 181. This is a great stock. AbbVie, you got to cross up again. I mean, this one, if you're listening to the algorithm, and again, the algorithm got you in at 138. So over 112 days, 31%. And you had a dividend in between there. And you had a dividend and earnings in between there. Solid company, solid stock, forward moving, 200-day forward moving, 50-day. The algorithm, just so you know, does not perform as well as buy and hold. Just so you're aware of how TrendSpider works, by the way, I was reminded of this yesterday in the live session. Most of the paid customers do have TrendSpider, but I was reminded of this. The algorithm is just a guide. You can launch it as a bot. Down here, you can see launch it as a bot. Well, you can't see it, but it says down at the bottom of the screen, launch as a bot. You can trade this into your portfolio. You can link it up to a bunch of different brokers, and you can trade it as a bot. I do not suggest trading my 4 hour as a bot. The reason is I use it as a guide, not an absolute. You can look at the chart and understand if it's weak, if it's strong. I use this as a guide. But when the algorithm outbeats buy and hold, I want to listen to it. I really want to listen to it. And that's the way I use it. I try and take my emotion out of it. Doesn't always work, but the point of charts, and I think I said it yesterday, Nate brings this up perfectly. The point of charts is there's no emotion in a chart. A chart is a chart is a chart. The candlesticks are showing you what's happening. Are you making higher highs? Are you making higher lows? Or are you making lower highs and lower lows? Where's the trend going? Because there's actual mathematical proof that these things work. Now, catalysts are different stories. Earnings, they'll take a bullish candlestick and turn it into a bear in a heartbeat. You look at Pan W. Their earnings took their candlestick way down. They were in let's look at Pan W. They were in a solid upward trend, and they got a catalyst of earnings. Solid upward trend. Catalyst of earnings took it down. Now you're seeing even worse stuff. So you're seeing weakness in these things, but understand that the algorithm is meant to guide you, not meant as an absolute. There have been many people who have tried to enhance my algorithm, and we can't do it. It plays in a middle ground. It doesn't time the bottom, doesn't time the top. It plays in that middle ground. So that's what you want in a stable kind of taking emotion out of it. Should I absolutely get out because are we on our way down? That's where it plays. I mean, that's essentially what it is. There's a couple of other ones, but it is what it is. Go to my link tree, TrendSpider. If you do want the algorithm, TrendSpider, you sign up there, click, and then you email me. It's $74 a month, $892 for the year. You save $895. One thing that was brought up in the live trading yesterday is how fantastic TrendSpider is at support. So even if you're new, there is no dumb question that you can ask. There is no dumb thing that you can say. They will absolutely help you. They also give you live one-on-one help and support. So get TrendSpider. It is by far my best tool. Second best tool is Seeking Alpha Premium. If you want Seeking Alpha Premium, you click on that second link. You get a $50 off coupon, free 7-day trial. It's $189 for the year. I can't go through my day without using Seeking Alpha. It's one of my go-tos. If you want Alpha Picks, that's the third link right here. Their performance is unmatched since July of 2022 through February 11th. So it's now March 7th. So just through February, they were up 105%, where the S&P was up 32.8%. Every month you get 2 solid data-driven stock picks. You also get an alert when to sell, when to buy. You get those alerts. Now it's two stock picks a month, and you get, like yesterday, they held that webinar, and they give you, if you want to learn about stocks, this is the way to do it. I give you a $50 off coupon. It's $449 for a year. It's fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic. Some of the other things on the link tree, any of the social apps that you want to join, I'm up here. You can join the social apps. If you want to follow my trades, like I said, Savvy Trader, Visible Phone Service. I had power out the past week. I love my Visible Phone Service. That you click this link, you get $20 off your first month. Guess what your first month is? $25. So you get your first month for $5 freaking dollars. Check out our plans. I will tell you personally, I am on the $25 a month plan. This is what I currently use, $25 a month. I'm not on the $45. If I had work, if I had some craziness, yeah, I might do the $45 a month. But right now, $25 a month works for me. I use the hotspot, unlimited use of your phone as a Wi-Fi connection. That's what I did when my power was out. I used my laptop with my phone as a tether. It was great. So if you want that, $20 off. Your first month, it's great. If you want to buy a Tesla like I did, you use this, save up to $500, 3 months of full self-driving as a test as well. AT&T, I have AT&T fiber at my house. I love it. Refer a friend if you want to sign up for phone service there, or if you want to sign up for home internet service. I love that service. Savvy Trader, we went over that. If you made money, if you got SMCI, if you got, Crowdstrike, if you got any of the earnings play, if you get DOCU, and then you make money today, if you lose money, do not tip me. This is the deal. I do this as a courtesy for everybody. So the tip is just like, it's a bartender. Gift me. Hey, I made some money. Here you go. Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, they're all just there. If you want to join our Reddit group, it's down here. If you don't have Venmo, you can sign up for Venmo. Webull. It's my favorite app. I hate the Fidelity app. The Fidelity app has screwed me up way often. But I love the Webull app. So if you have any questions, any comments, my email address is up here. Again, the paid newsletter customers, you guys can go watch the 3-hour Zoom meeting. I will schedule another one maybe next week. I got to see what my schedule's like. It was long. I'm probably going to limit these to about 1, maybe 2 hours. But again, that's a deal. Right now it's $19.99 a month, or it's $139 for the year. Lock in the year-long price, because I am going to bring that price up. So, yeah, if you have any questions, hit me up. Okay, take care. Bye.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears.